Hello, digital card fighters. This is Kyle D, better known as Ride My Avatar, bringing you another deck profile. Today's deck profile is none other than based around the Jewel Knights. Royal Paladins got an amazing amount of support in the set in the face of Jewel Knights. Being able to get cards earlier than what they normally did really helped make this deck be playable. Besides missing cards and everything like that they used to miss, they gain so much from having cards pulled early just to make it so this deck can function. But the problem is this deck only shines through this meta, and then once the next set comes out, Kagero and then followed by Link Joker just kind of just make this deck not see play anymore. The deck can still do amazing things, but again, with decks that are locked behind getting their cards removed for minimal cost or to just being locked away out of range for turns just does not help in the slightest for Jewel Knights. So again, definitely enjoy your time with this set. Though Kagero and you do have to face Link Joker eventually do outshine this deck, I hopefully you guys enjoy. So let's dive right in. So, we will be going over the pure list, and then I'm going to tell you what you guys can possibly take out to play and add in the best heal trigger and best heal trigger searcher of the game. So first off, let's go over Jewel Knights. So, our starter is none other than Desiree Jewel Knight Heliosis. So, if you have 4 or more Jewel Knight rear guards, this unit gets plus 3,000. You will be, once we move into Kagero meta, you'll be playing the other Jewel Knight, where because she can be put into Soul out of range for 1 counterblast. So again, you want to take advantage of those, especially since again you're going to be dealing with removal of your starters and stuff like that. So you have to take that into a precaution. Next, we play 3 Jewel Knight Prisme. So when placed, if you have 4 or more Jewel Knight rear guards, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw a card. 7k, not too fancy. And then we also play 4 of the new Flash Shield Jewel Knight is up PG, so that's what we play. Next we have Stinging Jewel Knight Shelly. So front row rear guard, if you have 4 or more Jewel Knight rear guards, this unit gets plus 3,000. So then a fancy 10k early on rush sometimes does help to bring your opponent up to 2 to 3 damage early on in the game. Outside of that, you really don't see much play. And seeing as we do have an ability when we play a grade 3 to call grade 1s in the middle of it, we could definitely have Jewel Knight Malmai. When placed, if your damage zone has 4 or less cards, put the top card of your deck into damage zone, return it randomly. You know the drill. It's just basically there to put in a limit, break enabling. Next, we play 4 Fellowship Jewel Knight Tracy. So if you have 4 or more Jewel Knight rear guards, this unit gets plus 3,000. Very powerful because again, this is continuous. It doesn't disappear at the end of turn. So you definitely want to use her to the advantage because, again, she's a 12k. She's a permanent 12k. So, again, your opponent has to swing into it or retire it. And most 11ks can't swing by themselves. Most 10ks can't swing by themselves. So they have to commit board to take it out. And we take advantage of that. Next, we play Jewel Knight Cellbell. So when placed, counterblast to call a grade 1 Jewel Knight from your deck. This card can be removed to be placed in with 4 Blaster Blades, because the fact is you will not be wanting to use this effect very often on the place to call a grade 1, because there's not many times you will be committing to that. Next we have Link Jewel Knight Telday. So when your grade 3 Jewel Knight Vanguard is placed, counterblast to call a grade 1 from your deck. She's very useful because she's so free, and 1 counterblast is just phenomenal. And then we have Jewel Knight Transmai, which is basically the grade 1 as a grade 2. Next, we play 1 Palamades because Palamades is still good to be able to hit 13k. because if we have 3 grade 3 units, we get plus 3,000. And again, very powerful on the swing. So here is Salome. Salome is just so good, and being able to get her early is when this unit attacks, if you have 4 or more Jewel Knight rear guards, this unit gets plus 1,000 and a critical on it until the end of battle. You might be saying, why does that matter? Well, again, if you have that condition, it's so free, and it's literally what you do for MLB, but you just revert back. And you don't have to waste resources to make MLB live and then get hit for a turn. And then you have Counterblast 2 to call a grade 1 or less Jewel Knight from your deck. Very powerful. And then we have Pure Heart Jewel Knight Ashley. So when a Royal Paladin, your Vanguard gets plus 1,000 and a crit. Now you kind of see where we're going, right? Until the end of your turn. In addition, call a grade 1 less Jewel Knight from your deck. Again, if your opponent's damage denying, you really can't use the Break Ride skill, sadly. But we do also have Fearless Jewel Knight Julia. So when this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets the following ability until the end of battle. At the end of the battle, Counterblast to call a Jewel Knight from your deck equals to this unit's number of crits. So, again, she's great as the heal, and when this unit attacks, it gets plus 3,000. So when she breaks right, she gets 2. So she can call 2, or she'll just call 1. Which isn't bad, because calling 1 for nothing is just still really good. So, why are we playing these ratios? The fact of the matter is, these are really good in their slots, but none of them really matter to be when you want them in hand. We have draw power, we have adding damage, but we don't want to play a bunch of them. And then we have early rush aggression. They're each valuable, that's why they're all at 3s. They're very good with themselves, that you want to see them, but you don't want one more than the other. They're both all situational, and it doesn't matter when you get them. Next, we have grade 2s. So playing a Jewel Knight package is just way better. And again, what you're doing is pretty much guaranteeing you hit stuff. So this is just there because your opponent cries when you play it. This is there just to call something, but can be replaced for a Blaster Blade. And then these can be replaced. This can become one of her, Julia, and then you just play for the Gancelot heals and just wreck face if that's the way you want to go about it. So let's dive into a battle and let's see what we can do, boys and girls. So most importantly, I will tell you what cards to put back. Since we are in the meta where cards kind of just come back to hand what you would like, we're not going to worry too much. Well, not what I mean. Sorry. We are in a format where cards just come to you when you need it. And by that means you're guaranteed a grade 1 and a grade 2. So, it never means that your hand is terrible enough. So we have the Break Ride, we have a Rusher, we also have the Counterblast 2 on place. More than likely we will not get this off. And as much as I like having her as a cross ride, we're not going to take advantage of that. Cool. So this is where the early aggression is going to come in play here. So we're going to go second, which is fine by us. No, we're going first. Sorry, I spoke too soon. So since we're going first, we're going to play her for good reasons. He's going to go drop an 8K. Well, he kind of has to. If he doesn't, we're kind of in a better situation if he doesn't. And I'll explain why shortly. So if he plays anything less than the 8K, which he's probably not going to ride, unless he doesn't have combo, and then he won't do it. See, this is where Blaster Blade comes in handy, because being able to retire one will open up for us. But, ooh, he played the 6K. We're in a better spot, boys. So, calls, he's going to swing into us, which is good. If we hit a defensive draw, that means we'll get an added card in, and hopefully it's another grade 2 that we need to see. Because, again, there's certain cards you really want to see at certain times. So, ooh, there's the grade 2 he needed. Ooh, I would have liked that grade 2. Sadly, we did not get her. Okay, we got a PG though. We take those. So this is a 16 column. And then we will call. Sorry, 14 and then a 10. Well, 7k. Hopefully no defensive trigger. Ooh, nice. Taking out both. So we're going to swing in. Hopefully we get a draw trigger. Nice. That is exactly what we needed. Into a PG, not really what we wanted, but we take those. Because again, we're going to get into a situation where we're going to want to be able to stop our opponent from doing things. So the question is this a pure Azel build? Or is this Break Ride Azel with the splash in with the Break Rider, just to call a board, and then you just ride over with Platinum? Which is all just fine and dandy. Okay, so Burmaz just came down. The question is, what does he play down? If the 8k comes down, he will be Superior Calling. And we accept that challenge. And then, yeah, we need 4 more for her effect, sadly. And we're nowhere close. So, but again, we have good vantage point here. Our opponent has, yep, there's the Superior Ride. So 2 go into Soul, Superior Ride into a Blonde Azel. Taking out a trigger is so very nice. It thins his deck, but it means 1 less trigger we have to worry about him activating. So question of the day is, what is his heal trigger? Is it Chain Jailer, which would be pretty decent to have? Very interesting. So he's going to swing in to our rear guard, hit our face, guarantee if he sees a trigger. If we see a trigger, oh no, we didn't see a trigger. Dang. Oof. Ew, there's his heal. That's kind of not fair to us, but okay. Oh man, we are not getting the cards we need right now. We got 2 PGs, but that's not going to stop our opponent from just trampling over us. Oof. So call. We can guarantee the call. We won't have the X6 crit, but this is probably the best bet right now. Yes, I would naturally like to have the Break Ride, but we kind of are in a situation where Counterblast to call a grade 1. Yeah, we're going to call you. Now, damage enables, cool. Nice. Things I would have liked. The question is, this is what we're going to do. A limit break is enabled. We're going to swing in here. That dies. Now, you might be wondering, why did you leave yourself open? Because next turn, no matter what happens, we have crit. So, we're going to hit for 2. First. Second. Stuff I would have liked. He hit a draw trigger, which is fine. He's at 4. But we're going to work with this. So 1 back, 2 back. Left me with pretty much the same exact cards, which isn't terrible. We're kind of rushing our opponent now, but again, he's kind of got a board state that we don't want to deal with. So he's going to counterblast, call, counterblast, call, counterblast, call. He's going to at least do it maybe twice to 3 times. So let's see what he does. Since Spirit is already on the board, I don't think that was the right play to put a Spirit, but we'll have to see what he does here. Ooh, Blaster Dark Spirit. Cool. Counter Blast. Retire. You can do that. He runs, draws, and heals. So he only going to deal us 1 damage. So maybe a couple points. But not too worth it in my opinion. So he'll swing in again. Hopefully we get some draw triggers. Counter Charger? What? Okay. So he's going to swing in with the Counter Charger first, just to guarantee something. Ooh, we needed a draw trigger there. To be honest with you, we needed defensive triggers. There we go. See, not too bad to ask. I just needed some defensives. Don't get a trigger, and miss. Whoo! He missed. Cool. So that means we still got 2 PGs in hand. It means he still can get his combo pieces, which we're fine with. Ooh. So first off, call grade 1. We can choose to use her skill, but we're just going to remove our Break Ride at this point. And then we're going to call you. And then we're just going to call you. Good, for good reasons. Because next turn, since we are going to 95% survive this, because our opponent doesn't run stands, he runs draws and heals, as we can tell, because unless he has surprise techs, we will not be worrying about it. So first off, 9k to 12k, and then we're going to eat the PG. For good measure. So let's swing in. Let's eat that PG real quick from you. Hopefully we hit a heal trigger because we are... Ooh, there we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. I need those triggers now. Ooh. So first PG gone. Let's try again next turn. So he's going to counterblast, call, counterblast, call. He's used up 3 of his spirits. Yeah, just 3 of his spirits. Which isn't bad. Counterblast, check top. He's got to be playing 6 to 7. So he's still got 4 chances. He's got at least 2 chances to guarantee a spirit coming down to remove a unit. But again, we'll just trigger a PG proc. As long as we can keep him from getting his spirit, we'd be golden here. Because then we get a second turn. If that's a spirit, we'll be having issues. Okay, not a spirit. Good. Not a spirit, please. Don't grab a spirit. Don't grab a spirit. Don't grab a spirit. That's all we need right now is no spirit. Okay, no spirit. Okay. Guaranteed to have 5 damage. That's fine. Ooh, plops down a spirit. So swing, swing, swing with the Vanguard. We're good. We get a PG for turn. And then he only has 1. So next turn we'll swing in yet again. Hopefully he's betting on getting a heal trigger here because he definitely needs it. Hopefully he does not see it. Ooh, there we go, boys. So PG procs, which is very much what we need right now. So we're going to draw for turn. That goes back. He's got 3 cards in hand. If one's a PG, we're not going to worry about it too much. If it's not, we're actually pretty good. Ooh. So we're going to call. And what does it hurt, boys and girls? We need 1 more grade 2 just to survive the turn. Nope, we got 2 PGs though. That actually is in our favor. So, I'm gonna move to the front. Battle phase. Let's go. So, we're gonna swing Z10Ks and Z9Ks and then critical +1. With 2 PGs in hand, we're kind of golden, boys. And what's nice is we haven't actually checked a heal trigger and we are at 16 cards. So we could possibly be seeing a heal trigger right here, right now, boys. Let's see. Give us that heal trigger. Come on, give us a nice heal trigger. Nope, a draw trigger. Probably into the heal, though. No, right into the grade 2, though. So let's see. Does he have a second Sentinel? Yes, he does, boys. So 1 Counterblast to play with. That's not going to be enough. So the question of the matter is, what is he going to do? So he needs to have at least another PG. Ooh, slamming down the Platina means he's going to go all in commit. So Spirit, throw down. Yep, called it. Ooh, nice. So Counterblast. What makes this really nice is we do have 2 Sentinels in hand. And that means we're good. So he's going to swing in. Swing into the Sentinel. He thought this was going to be final turn. But because of because of Prismai's faith in us, we actually pulled this off. Ooh, we definitely pulled this off. So PG, and then we get final turn. Ooh, shuffles back to trigger, but he is at 4. We're at 5. He needs to 6 damage heal, which is very important. Which we're not going to give him 6 damage heal, though. This is 17. This becomes just... We're 1k short. So if he hits a defensive trigger off the Sword Mai, we're screwed. If he hits a defensive trigger here. But we do have a shot at hitting a trigger ourselves. Ooh. Like I said, if he hit that trigger, we are literally praying to hit magic numbers. Come on. 1 trigger, please. Show us that trigger. Come on, 1 trigger. Yes! There we go, boys. As long as that draw trigger didn't give him Miracle. Yes! We got it, boys. He needs to double heal out of this right now. So first check. Boom. That is the power of Jewel Knights, guys. Very explosive. Let's go back. So guys, how did you like that video? Let me know in the comments below, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And guys, it really means a lot. And definitely catch you on my next deck profile later this week. You guys are gonna love it. Definitely so much fun. Remember, I live stream Vanguard Zero every Thursdays and every Saturdays. So definitely come hang out. We do King of the Hill nights, and we play games and have fun. So guys, and I also do Digimon trading card game. So really appreciate you guys sticking around, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!